Hey, Greg.
Hey, what's up?
How do you feel about Magic the Gathering cards?
I'm, you know what? I'm pretty bullish on them. Big fan.
Excellent. How do you feel about cards?
Threw a game earlier today. Sorry.
Aw, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Bad beats.
I forgot. I threw. I forgot the order that triggers happened.
Yeah.
Lost Caverns of Ixalan. New cards.
Oops.
We're learning. It's okay. I can go into depth later, but Jordan's trying to do something.
How do you feel about cards that are not quite right, and maybe were never right to begin with?
Some of my favorites.
How do you feel about another fresh batch?
No.
Straight from our good friends at RoboRosewater Masters.
Oh boy. Bring it on.
Thanks for that latest donation, Cineplex Bathroom Coca-Cola.
Might I introduce you to the Swang?
The Swang!
Swang.
It is 3 green enchantment that comes with 5 loyalty counters.
What?
For plus, oh, is that 2?
No,
Plus 2, create a 1/1 green insect creature token named the Swang's Power from Combat. And then we've got a lovely little -2, exile all non-land permanents. That would include the Swang.
Yeah.
You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost.
A copy of all non-land permanents?
All non-land permanents. Or, for -5, the Swang will just deal 4 damage to any target.
So it's 4 direct damage in green with extra steps.
Yeah.
Huh.
Playable.
Okay.
It is playable.
I love, by the way, that they put the expansion symbol for the ones they're sending us
Oh
this
my
year
God,
with a little
yeah.
bus. I love
Nothing
that.
like a mythic bus.
It's so good.
It's a little bus. But how do you feel?
Blessing of Dragon Plus!
Blessing of Dragon was not
Hold
enough,
up.
but we're introducing a new subscription service.
1/1 for 1 with Flying Death Touch, Haste, and Lifelink.
Ah! Yep.
Discard a card, target opponent loses a life, and you get 2 energy. And whenever it attacks, create a 0/0 spirit creature token. It perpetually becomes Asferet. What?
What's an Asferet? Great question. Next question.
Pack one, pick one.
Yeah, still ridiculously OP.
I haven't watched Ashioka yet.
Oh, you should. It's a great show. But you've heard of Ashiok, right?
I have.
Now have Ashiok's very strange cousin, Ashiaka.
Shuffle a 6-sided schmomifold. Shuffle a 6-sided schmomifold. When your brain shuts down halfway through reading the card.
Destroy 2 target permanents when Naya and 1 for an instant. Creep of the Goblin's Flankful Etched especially. Witch Kitchen.
Witch Kitchen.
It's the final research.
Gotta finish my research before my iPad burns up.
Yeah.
For 1 and red. It's an instant. Choose target creature. If that creature is a creature, its controller reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal all cards from their hand and put them onto the battlefield.
Getting into some real,
Yeah.
hang on. Behold, a creature! Some real philosophical nonsense.
But is that creature a creature?
It depends.
I don't know!
Has somebody
Unclear.
managed to sneak an interrupt in to change creatures to non-creature
I think they're
cards?
plastic and our rubber chicken's going.
Well, you've probably had that for an uncomfortable amount of time.
We have had this for a long time. For those who watched the most recent episode of the Retrospective podcast, this is the rubber chicken we used in Loading Ready
From
Live.
Loading Ready Live, I was thinking so, yeah.
So that was like 15 years ago. Anyway.
Oh. Well, how do you feel about this legendary creature?
Rightlessy brutality.
Uh-huh.
Rightlessy Brutality. It's a 2/5 for
This is
2.
Rightlessy Brutality.
Look at this word
Ray
that I
Ripley's
do with
theme
my
song.
phone.
You were saying?
Yes, it's a 2/5 for 2, so okay, seems pretty strong.
Sure.
Whenever a source you control deals combat damage to a player, open an Attemption. A Provided
In
might
public?
in public here now. A Provided might revealed cards among melas that an Engadgean creature screently chat.
I'm gonna need to read the rules doc on this.
Don't worry, that's just some reminder text.
Okay.
Of an opponent who does chew you on to bother other types, and it put permanent cards with minus the number of numbers of that creature. Then that player mills that many cards. Satisfying? Our time, my head.
Don't chill me.
This is just what Magic
do
Talk
not
sounds
make
like
me
if you
cold.
don't play.
My brain hurts from what I've just read.
Yeah, no kidding.
More often here?
Moist Boswin spear.
Look, if you want to just get out of a game real quickly, you've got to run Moist Bosin Spear.
This is just an escape hatch from the game you're playing.
This goes in every commander deck that plays black for when you are just done. Because for 2 and a black, tap, exile all cards from the top of your library. Next turn, you get to leave.
No, all good.
In glyphosidinate, years 2 propheted under the number.
Everybody's like, this combos with Laboratory Maniac.
Kaya Swarm Ardambus.
For 1 green.
2 attacking players fight this turn.
You've heard of playing politics in Commander. Now just make people fight.
This is how you win Two-Headed Giant. When the opposing team attacks, you're like, 2 attacking players fight, and then they just have to get into it.
And for white and tap, sacrifice Kaya Swarm Ardambus. Target creature gets -X until end of turn.
Great.
And how would you define X in this case?
Yes.
Cool.
Great.
I'm glad we're all so positive.
Yeah.
Cogwork. For 1 and an Esper, you may have Cogwork.
That's so kind.
Aw.
Thank you. Andrew. Yo, Cogwork.
Oh, can we go back one?
Cogwork. You may have Cogwork.
That goes in the steampunk.
You may
Sure
have it.
does.
But actually, sorry, you had the next one again? Look at it.
Look at those eyes. You'll fall into them forever.
At instant speed.
And it's in, look at it.
Look at the cards. So are you getting into the dorms?
I did my application late. They say they have a space for me, but it might be currently being refurbished. Welcome to the campus cell.
At the beginning of your upkeep, choose a player who phase out. You may play up to 3 cards from their graveyard. Why not?
Why not?
Flip a coin. If you win the flip, each opponent mills 3 cards, then each player loses the game.
Oh, cool. A new card for Ben to play.
I heard there's a new companion cage. I'm gonna get James with this one too.
You have to flip a coin first. You don't have to win the flip, though.
Yeah.
That is a deep reference to a specific Friday night paper fight.
This is the one you pull out at the finals.
Where Ben ruined everyone's day.
The companion cage was just each player loses the game.
For like 1 and a black, it was not hard to
It was like
cast.
5 mana.
Oh, okay.
But it just meant that I think Ben drew 3 straight games against James before James just gave up and left.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
It was on our Friday Night Paper Fight. It was a 6-mana sorcery
Yeah.
that just says, when you play it, both players lose the game. I spent the entire time drafting a deck whose sole job was to draw or tutor for this card.
Yeah.
And it is the only time, I think, on Friday Night Paper Fight where anyone has ever gone 0, 0, and 4.
This is the one you keep in your back pocket for when you say, hey, shall we split? No.
No. Lazy web request. Somebody link me that Friday night paper fight. I want to watch this.
Yeah. VOD's up somewhere. Matter of death. This is a matter of death. Indestructible. As long as it's untapped, destroy it.
Good thing you can cast it whenever you want for 0.
But it's indestructible.
And it's indestructible.
So it's a okay.
Phyrexia escaped my eye-hunting Lord of Orchard of Beauty and Hope.
You know what this does? It triggers Constellation. Because it's an enchantment.
Oh my god!
It does.
New Cheerios enchantments deck.
Ruth hungered. Look like Ruth coming to dinner.
Is that why she opened a
Clever
steakhouse?
girl.
Hey guys!
Each player who must have seen have sense of Ruth Hunger. Ruth Hunger deal 2 damage to that creature's controller. Activate only if you're revealed.
It's a common with "May everyone in chat have a wonderful day."
Aw.
What a nice message on Ruth Hunger. Curse of Matzel.
2-mana enchantment. At the beginning of each upkeep, count the number of permanents.
This is just like a punishment on that player who's playing, you know, a million different effects. It's like, if you miss this, game loss. Have fun.
1, 2.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can't just tell me, you have to count them.
There you go, Ian. Shaman Avon.
Hey!
Oh, it's a human, though.
Eh.
It's a legendary planeswalker human wizard with 3 loyalty and no loyalty ability.
You would flip a coin instead. Flip that
Yep, that's me.
Hey, Graham, did you see the opponent?
They flipped the bus!
Do a sick backflip.
Oh!
Flip that opponent. Then that player discards the rest.
Just yeet.
I love that it's a planeswalker with loyalty, but no plus or minus loyalty
Yeah.
abilities.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. And this is our last one.
So Bazar Sizer.
It has Double Strike,
Uh-huh.
Miracataliat,
Sure.
Death Tough,
Yeah.
Indestructible,
Love that.
Moducation Mount Liberac, Fusic Life, and Tapped Landwalk.
If you control a tapped land.
Wow, that's a good
Tap
idea.
Landwalk is so powerful.
Not only that, for only 5 mana, draw your library. An opponent controls all kinds of counters and Lage.
It's
Yeah,
like
so you only want to play this with whatever that card is that says your hand can be an infinite size.
You want to play with Omniscience so you can cast everything out
Yeah, I
your
was
hand
gonna
for
say,
free.
because otherwise you lose the game next turn. You can't draw.
Thank you to RoboRosewater's Masters for
Look
sending us
at
another
it.
fresh batch over.
that used to be one of our like go-to. Back when we only streamed Magic online before Arena was released.
Yeah.
There was a thing where certain effects would have you like look at X number of cards or whatever, and then you had to pick one. But the way that it did this intervening step where there was like a command at the side of the thing where it just said, "Look at the cards," and you had to be like, "Yes, I've seen them," and then you could pick, but you couldn't. It was like, "Here's all the cards," and you're like, "Okay, I'll pick that one." But it didn't do anything until you looked at the cards.
Because that's a specific part of the step.
Exactly, yeah. So it was in the side. It would just say, "Look at the cards."
Look at the cards.
Look at the cards.
Oh, baby.
Look at it.
I have done this.
I'll sit over here.
Take a seat.
I will.